Hello student, welcome to the module 4th of the unit 4th operational amplifier and its applications of the course analog and digital electronics. Here I am Mr. C.R. Sinde of the electrical engineering department of Maharashtra College of Engineering and Research Center, Nasik. In previous 3 modules we studied the various applications of these operational amplifier circuits. In second and third modules, we studied zero cross detector, comparator, and Smith triggers as the applications of op-amp. In this fourth modules, we studied the op-amp as a voltage to current converter and current to voltage converters. First, voltage to current converter can be classified into two categories, and which is depending on the position of load. If the load is floating, so it's a V to I converter with floating load. This is the first type. If the load is grounded, then V to I converter with a grounded load. When the load is not connected to the ground, then the load we call it as a floating load, and when the load is connected to the ground, then that case we call it as the grounded load. Here is the first type, voltage to current converter with a floating load. So if you see the construction of this circuit, input voltage is applied on non-inverting terminals. So this is the non-inverting types voltage to current converter with floating load, and the output is feedback to the input through this floating load. This voltage to current converter is also called as a current series negative feedback amplifier, and this is because the feedback voltage across this resistance R1 is proportional to the output current I0, and it appears in series with the input of this op-amp circuit. So that's why the alternate name is the current series negative feedback amplifier. Now if we apply the KVL to this input loop, then we are getting the input voltage is equals to the differential voltage plus this feedback voltage. But as we know that the open loop gain of the op-amp is very large, so that's why the difference between the input of the voltage is approximately 0. So that's why due to the large open loop gain of this op-amp, the VD is equals to the 0, and we are getting the input voltage is equals to the feedback voltage Vf. Now if we calculate the feedback voltage Vf from this node using KCL or KVL, so it is obtained like that. The output current is flowing through this resistance R1, so whatever the drop across this R1 resistance is nothing but our feedback voltage Vf. Okay, so Vf is nothing but R1 into I0, that is the output current, and from this equations we are getting the output current is nothing but input voltage divided by R1. So these equations indicates that the input voltage Vin is converted into a proportional output I0, and in this way the input voltage is converted into the output current using this voltage to current converter with this floating load. But keep in mind, this R1 should be precision resistor, and we can precisely adjust the output current. Then and then our output current is proportional to the input voltage. So in this way the voltage to current is converted. Now the next type is the voltage to current converter, but it's a inverting. This is seen here. The input voltage is directly connected to the inverting input terminals of op-amp, so it's an inverting mode, and our load resistance is feedback to this inverting input terminal. So again it's a floating load type but inverted configurations. So it is clearly seen that the B is virtual ground because the non-inverting terminal is directly grounded, so B is virtually grounded, so potential across at this node is exactly 0 because the voltage at this A point is 0, so voltage at the B point is also 0. And for that, whatever the input current is directly giving to the output, so that's why input current is equals to the output current. But input current is nothing but input voltage divided by resistance, and hence if we comparing these two equations, we are getting the output current which is equals to the input voltage divided by R1 resistance. So in this way input voltage is proportional to the output current, but the R1 is required to be a precision resistor in order to adjust the output current. So this is the inverted mode of amplifier of voltage to current converters with floating load. Now the second type is the grounded load, voltage to current converter with a grounded load. It is clearly seen that the input is applied to the non-inverting input terminals of op-amp, so it's a non-inverted configurations of this V2I converter with grounded load, and the load resistance is grounded here, so that's why it's a grounded load type. Operation of this voltage to current converter with the grounded load is divided into two steps. First step, we have to find out this V1 node, and second step we have to find out the relation between V1 and IN, the relation between V1 and IN, load current which is flowing through this load resistance. Now for the first step, we are determining this V1 node voltage by using KCL. So if we apply the KCL at this node V1, so we are getting the load current is nothing but the sum of I1 and I2. But I1 is nothing but the voltage difference between input and V1 divided by this resistance, and I2 current is nothing but the voltage difference between output voltage and V1 divided by R. If we putting this value in these equations, we are getting the load current is nothing but V1 minus Vin minus V1 divided by R plus V output minus V1 divided by R. From these equations, we are getting load current into resistance is nothing but input voltage plus output voltage minus 2 times of V1. and from these equations we have to determine the value of V1, which is input voltage plus output voltage minus drops due to the load current divided by 2. Once we find out the value of V1, then we move toward the second step, that is nothing but the relation between the V1 and IL. So it is a non-inverting mode configurations, and therefore the gain of the circuit is 1 plus R divided by R, because this feedback resistance is R and input resistance is again R. So R divided by R, input is nothing but R divided by R. So we are getting gain as 2. So here the output voltage is nothing but 2 times of V1. It's clearly shown. The output voltage is given by gain into input, which is the V1. Input is the V1. Whatever the voltage at this V1 node, that is nothing but the input voltage of this op-amp. So output voltage is nothing but the gain into V1, and the gain is the 2. So output voltage is equals to the 2 times of V1. If we substituting the value of V1 from the first step in this equation, so we are getting the output is nothing but 2 times of V1. This is the value of V1. V input plus V output minus drop due to the load current divided by 2. And if we cancel out this divide by 2 and multiplied by 2 to each other, so we are getting output voltage is equals to the input voltage plus output voltage minus IR. Output voltages are cancelled out. Then we are getting the IL, that is the load current, into resistance is equals to the input voltage. And from these equations it is clear that our load current is equals to the input voltage divided by resistance. So from these equations, if this resistance R is precision resistor, then our load current is proportional to the input voltage, and in this way this grounded load voltage to current is converted. Now the applications of voltage to current converter. This circuit is used for diode match finder, also used for Zener diode testing. V2I used as a relay driver, as a DC voltmeter in LED drivers. Now the next type is nothing but current to voltage converter. So current to voltage converter, it is clearly seen in this construction of this diagram is the input voltage is connected to the inverting input terminals of op-amp. So it's inverted mode of configurations. And here it is clearly seen that V1 is approximately equals to the V2. Why? Because the virtually short we are getting. So that's why the voltage at this grounded short V1 is exactly equals to this node. So the V2 is becomes to be a 0. But this is the inverting amplifier, and we know the gain of this inverting amplifier AVF is equals to the minus RF by R1, and the alternate formula for gain is the output voltage divided by input voltage. If we comparing these two values, we are getting the output voltage is nothing but minus feedback resistance divided by R1 into input voltage. And as we have to discuss, V1 is approximately equals to V2 due to the virtual short. then V1 is 0, so V2 is also 0. Now if we calculate the input current, which is nothing but voltage divided by resistance according to Ohm's law, so input voltage is applied across this resistance R1. So input voltage divided by R1 is nothing but our input current In. So from these equations, if we calculate the input voltage is nothing but input current multiplied by R1, and once we get the input voltage value, then we are putting in the output equations of voltage, and we are getting the output voltage is equals to the minus RF into input current. And from these equations you have to clearly see that if the feedback resistance is a precise resistance, then our output voltage is proportional to input current. So in this way, our input current is converted into the output voltage. So this is the inverted mode current to voltage converter. Now the application of current to voltage converter is for sensing and measuring the current through the photocell and the light intensity meter. Also, it's used in digital to analog converters. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any queries, so ask me anytime on my personal gmail.com, my official gmail.com, or my personal WhatsApp number. Thank you.